flowing through our veins. Sitting in the bleachers in the rain. We've shed a million tears and drank as many old style beers out at the game. Let's go, Cubby, Ranto, Ranto and the lovable losers. Ranto and the lovable losers. Ranto.
Hey, how you fat fucks doing?
What's going on, you fat fuck yourself?
You little fat fucks.
You fatty fat patterton.
You put all the fatness into that call. That was nice. I liked it.
That was a fucking fat call right there.
That was a fat Albert.
Yeah. Now I'm going to do a show for you. We're going to bleed some Cubby Blue. Hey,
badaba, fabadaba.
Oh, yeah, you could be that guy. He's the only one everybody remembers. And then there's the guy that kind of talks like this.
Yeah. What's up, Fat Albert?
Yeah. And meanwhile, it was all Bill Cosby like, and we're not allowed to talk about him anymore.
On drugs, probably.
Yep. On roofies, roofing himself just so he could go jack it. Hey, this is the Ranto Show. I'm particularly angry today, so we're having a good time. My name's Danny Rocket. Lovable Lou Sears is here. Cubes fan Cotton. And this show is on the Bleacher Bunch Network, along with a bunch of other great shows that we add to all the time. Michael Cotton's making a book club show. And but especially our 90 paid Patreon supporters who support us. We're the reason that we do this show. Please support us at patreon.com/bleacherbunch. It's only $1, but especially I want to shout out Blake Beard and Bernie Barron, whose alliterative names have now tongue-tied me. And also our sponsors, In the Clutch Shirts, Matt Kimmer's Permanent Paintings, Penguin Imprints, 20% off with your code Bleacher Bunch for all your imprinting needs, custom stickers, shirts, and posters. And our brand new sponsor who's bringing us the show. Can I get a drum roll, please? Fanarchy.
Yeah.
I look like the Fanarchy logo right now.
Absolutely.
I look just like
You look more like the Fatarchy logo.
I look like the Fat Fuckarchy logo. But anyway, thanks to them. They came on this week and they're sponsoring all the shows on Bleacher Bunch. So they're sponsoring Cubs Pod, which is our daily show. They're sponsoring Ranto. They're sponsoring Cubs PS Plus. They're sponsoring Cup of Cubby Blue if we ever do it again. And anyway,
and the new show that I'm doing with Sarah, we're calling it Book to Be Named Later.
Oh, it's a great name.
Yeah. So, and that podcast will come out much later because I'm like literally going to get all the episodes done before any of them come out. Like I'm not going to get myself behind the ball like I am with Baseball Rabbit Hole right now.
Yeah, I was just going to say, and they sponsor Baseball Rabbit Hole too. So Fanarchy, you rockin'. I've actually been having a fun time playing around on Fanarchy. It takes a second to learn a new app, and but I feel like
it's not easy to send dick pics on there.
No, he doesn't. I don't think he lets you. Not private dick pics. You got to put them publicly, unfortunately.
I know.
We finally found a good use for AI, and that's to just like block all dick pics. As soon as AI sees a dick, blocked. You cannot put that picture up there.
Unfortunately, it keeps blocking me because of the way my face looks.
Yes, especially when your hat's off. You do look like the tip of a penis.
Exactly. Well, who doesn't? So I also want to say, because I always forget to say it, Obvious Shirts is doing great work right now. First of all, I love Joe. And I don't shout him out enough on the show. He's been on the show multiple times.
Yeah, mainly because they don't give us money, Danny.
They don't, but they could. And that's everybody's buying Obvious Shirts. And if
everyone could give us money, that's true. And if you do,
if you buy Obvious Shirts with our code,
you get money off.
I mean, I bought this ring light that Danny said I had to get out of my own fucking pocket. So I don't know where all this money's going, but not to me. Michael, did you get your check yet?
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, you got all the checks. Well, first of all, it's all going to tickets and beer. And I wanted to say that you and I have been in talks about trying to get you out here this summer, specifically for July 18th, because I want to open up with this, is that I sent an email to or a message to all of our Patreon patrons, and our annual get together of Ranter Fest is just not happening. It'd be only because I cannot come up with the date that works. That's not either Father's Day or somebody else's birthday or an event that's going on. So basically, we're going to team up with other events, which is on July 18th. It is not. It's the day that I think they're doing the 2016 Cubs reunion at Wrigley Field. That's why those tickets are so much, that I found out. And it's Raleigh's 50th birthday, and it's the bleacher barbecue, which everybody's invited to. Ken just does a bunch of food, and
so Crawley will probably be sober that day.
Oh yeah, no, he wants to make it all the way through the day, so he's just going to be drinking water until maybe the very end, where he'll have a shot of Malort, to celebrate. But
that'd be the first time.
Yeah, July 18th, we're going to get together and we'll throw a pregame thing. We'll hang out. So please come, but it's not going to be like it was before. But I do want to shout out that Crawley, because it is his 50th freaking birthday and it's a big deal. Lyle, you just turned 52 this week.
Shut up.
You're way older than me.
Oh, you're
I turned 50 just over a month ago, and a whole bunch of wonderful ranters gave money to my radio station that I volunteer for, and that was awesome.
Yeah. How much did they get?
I think
a few $100.
Yeah, a few hundred. Like, I think maybe around like $400 or something like that. But what's amazing is that's like, I think we run like a month and a half off of that. that's huge.
I really want to get a big antenna and put it on my roof and just do live radio, just like the Lincoln Square. And like, if I could just get an antenna big enough to hit Wrigleyville.
You want to do like Christian Slater and pump up the volume? You want to do like pirate radio?
I do. I want to be a pirate radio. I want to, and not a ham radio.
Let's hook it up to your car. We'll drive around and we'll race the police.
Can I just say,
the feds?
I have a Jeep. I own a Jeep. That's what they use at the end when they're driving around. And I fucking love that movie.
I do too, Michael. It's one of my all-time favorites. Top 10.
Yeah, absolutely. I have it on DVD, and I probably watch it once a year. It's actually a hard
film to see. It hasn't streamed for some time, but I think it just started streaming somewhere. But you couldn't buy it on DVD. Like, they didn't reprint it, so you had to find used copies of it. It wasn't available for a long time. But I did hear that maybe Criterion Collection or Blu-ray is going to put it out soon. So
yeah.
I'm going to get on that because someday I'm going to be a nerd.
Well, I'm just going to put it on the internet. I'll just fucking rip it off.
It is on. That's how I watch it on YouTube.
Another thing you should get in on right now is this hashtag chance in the chat, which Dominic's here saying hashtag chance. I owe him so many postcards for him to deliver to himself.
My God, it's
Mr. Mailman. I know, but I've just been really ridiculously busy. I got it.
Here's the thing.
Next year,
Dominic doesn't deliver his own mail to himself. So what's going to happen is all of those fucking things are going to come through, and his mailman buddy is going to be like, fuck you, Dominic, and just like go kick Dominic's ass because he's got 57 pounds worth of fucking postcards from you.
Yeah, it's true. I owe him 57 pounds worth. I do. And he does such great work with those etchings and the laser printer that he's making those tumblers and stuff. Him and also that Nico Horner tumbler that Penguin Imprints Tom has been making. That looks really cool. I love unauthorized merch.
Yep.
Boy, do I love it. It's my favorite. Pirate radio and pirate merch. My favorite shit. Yo ho, yo ho.
Yumper is not watching tonight. He's going to Arizona for a wedding or something this weekend. But I am getting a tumbler from him that has that little Cubes fan holding the Chicago dog and a beer.
Sick.
Yeah. So
so basically Cubes fan is Cubstradamus.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but like after fucking doing this is like the 12th season I've been on this. I finally started getting shit. Like people started sending me shit. It only took 12 years.
Well, to be fair, they were afraid that, they'd accidentally knock over your fence by sending you something through the mail and having the having the mailman have to come around.
I should send pieces of my fence to everybody who is in Patreon. Like, I'll go fucking take my fence apart.
You should. Just like the bricks from Wrigley.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and do you know what I noticed too? I was going to bring this up on the show. You remember 10 years ago when we won the World Series and everybody chalked up the wall?
Yeah, people forget that.
They've got not the outside of the wall chalked, but the inside, but on the inside of the bleachers, when you go, you'll see it on Saturday when you come, Michael.
Going to my first game this year.
In the bleachers. And thanks Fanarchy for the tickets, because they gave them to me and now I'm giving them to you. They've got the chalked up walls on the inside now. Like they designed something. I don't know if they took the actual wall and put it's like more imprinted than it's, it's not real chalk.
They probably painted it or whatever. They copied it.
So anyway, it's pretty cool. I like that touch, just because it's very fan friendly.
Well, at least they're spending money on something.
It only took them 10 fucking years to realize, like, it'd be awesome. What if we brought back that fucking wall that everybody made that we all loved?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Oh, good idea. Where were we? Oh yeah, hashtag chance. And do you have are you doing dispatches this week? Dispatches from the north side? You got it?
It's time.
Oh, we usually don't announce it. I usually just bust in, but I actually haven't looked at your script yet because I don't actually give a fuck what you have to say, Danny. But anyway, I don't.
Loose in, party time. Excellent. Loose in, party time. Excellent. Loose in, party time. Excellent. Loose in, party time.
I'm the lovable Loose Ears, and this is Dispatches from the North Side. The Gonzo Report. Los Angeles, California. The corn dogs are cold. Shohei Ohtani just hit a baseball into a different zip code, and somewhere in the bleachers, a grown man in a Cubs jersey is staring into the Pacific Ocean, wondering what the hell just happened. Welcome to my rant. Pull up a chair, pour something strong. I did. We need to talk about your Chicago Cubs. Let me set the scene. Going into the week, the Cubs had won 10 straight games. 10! A 10-game winning streak, the longest in baseball this season. They had just walked off the Philadelphia Phillies on a Dansby Swanson homer, and the entire north side was levitating. Seriously, it looked as if the aliens were at the park and had Cubs Nation in their tractor beams. It was incredible. Craig Counsell was calm. I think he was sleeping. Jed Hoyer was calm because his genius has finally been realized. The whole goddamn city was calm because the Kool-Aid is Cubby fucking blue. We were first in the NL Central. We were rolling. We smelled blood. And then we flew to Los Angeles, a sprawling wasteland of toe-headed libitards hopped up on sunshine and reefer. Game one against the Dodgers, down 4-0 going into the seventh. Dead. Done. Stick a fork in it. The Cubs trailed 4-0 and looked utterly dominated by a guy named after a clown, Emmett, for 6 innings. And then, because this fucking team is apparently built in a lab specifically to torture and delight you in equal measure, Swanson tripled, Bregman homered to tie it, and then Dansby Swanson, the same man who had already done everything else, launched a 2-run shot in the ninth. Cubs win 6-4, 11 straight at Dodger Stadium, those fucks, and nearly crashed my car. I nearly crashed my car into a 3-legged moose ridden by a one-armed, hair-lipped Mainer. You'd think that was tantamount to an albino grizzly bear at a tutu dancing the Charleston on the tip of a unicorn horn, but it wasn't. It was just Friday night in Maine. Then Saturday, the Dodgers said enough of this theatrical bullshit and beat us 12-4. They beat us like we shagged their mama and bragged about it to their friends. Colin Ray got through just 3 1/3 innings, walked 4 batters, and the Dodgers put up a 6-run 4th inning that broke the whole thing open like a glass piñata. Streak over. It was fun while it lasted. Sunday, Showtime Imanaga, our ace, our beautiful Japanese southpaw demigod, went up against the Dodgers and got tagged like a fresh white wall in the hood. The Cubs went 0-4 with runners in scoring position and left 12 men on base in a 6-0 shutout loss. 12 men left on base. That's a fucking bus, a proverbial short bus, if you will. You, Chicago Cubs, left a packed short bus of potential runs stranded while Shohei Ohtani, that fuck, hit a 109-mile-per-hour home run to left center off your bullpen because fuck. Ohtani, 6th homer of the season off of Hobie Miller, 109 miles per hour. I felt it in my spine. And then San Diego, where the Cubs have gone to die in recent years, like some kind of baseball Bermuda Triangle, honestly. Monday, lost 9-7. Even with a Ballesteros grand slam, the Cubs still lost a grand slam, gone. 404 feet. Didn't matter. 4 straight losses. The winning streak was a memory, a ghost, a beautiful lie the universe told us for 11 days. This fucking game is cruel, I tell you. Tuesday, Pete Crow Armstrong hit a key 3-run homer, and the Cubs punched back 8-3 to snap the skid. Wednesday, Jameson Taillon was untouchable through the first 14 batters. The bullpen loaded the bases with nobody out in the 8th. Ben Brown came in and got a sac fly and a double play grounder from Manny Machado to escape. And the Cubs stole a 5-4 win and took the series at Petco Park. With a bullpen, honestly, that is currently operating on prayers, duct tape, and whoever Judd Hoyer found walking past at AAA Iowa last Tuesday. Oh, hey, do you pitch? Yeah, hey, come with me to San Diego. The Cubs close April at 19-12. They lost just 4 of their last 17 games this month. They went 3-3 on a West Coast road trip against 2. That's not right. Is it? Yeah. Yeah. I was like, is that right?
Yeah.
Against 2 of the best teams in the National League, probably all of baseball. The defending World Series champion and a Padres team that was 18-5 in April. Look, with a rotation that has lost Cade Horton, Justin Steele, Palencia, Harvey, Matten, Porter Hodge, Ethan Roberts to injury. They're doing this with smoke, mirrors,
Jackson Wiggins too.
Sheer sleight of hand. From worst to almost first in the National League Central. 7 games over 500 in April, people. The ivy is finally green. Let's play ball. And somebody please get the bullpen a doctor.
The bullpen is in a glass piñata, and there's nothing that can be done about it.
They're in a glass piñata, and they're just getting their asses hit with sticks constantly. It is ugly.
It really is ugly. And it really is just prayers that we have. I mean, that Corbin Martin, the wrong Martin got hurt because Riley Martin went down and we're never going to see him again. Corbin Martin went out there, loaded the bases with walks. And then, Ben Brown, for whatever, he gets a lot of hate online because, it's one of those primacy biases when you see him and he kind of did bad at first. But the last 8 innings, he's been lights out. Like the last 2 weeks, he's done nothing, and he eats multiple innings. When he figures it out, when he's in there doing good, and when they're swinging at that Bugs Bunny pitch that he throws that dives down, and they think it's a fastball, and it's nowhere near a fastball. It's just this junk that he throws at him, and they swing because they think it's coming straight. I mean, that's when he's working the best, and more of that.
I'll be first to say. I mean, we were complaining about. Just seeing him all the time. But the stick to it withedness, of Craig Counsell, I don't know, maybe he got the guy through whatever was going on and it's working. So
look, Ben Brown has actually been really good all season long. And all the people that are freaking out about him
all season. He had a bad outing or 2.
Right. He's had 1 or 2 bad outings, but it's like, when you really look, were they that bad? Like he gets touched up for like a run and everybody's like, oh, he's terrible. But he pitched 2 or 3 innings. You know what I mean? It's like, well, yeah, he gave up a run, but he pitched 2 or 3 innings. Like he got through this stuff and he goes on these stretches, Danny, like you were saying, 8 innings. That has happened, I think, 3 different times, like that he's gone on these 8 inning stretches. And then he has that one like bad inning where he gives up 1. I think he's only had 1 inning where he gave up more than 1.
3 out of his first 4 times that he pitched, he gave up runs. Against Washington, he was bad in the first series, and he gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, including a home run. But like you said, he pitched 3.1 innings in that game. And then in another one,
have to look at that game too, because there were a number of games where Craig put him in with runners on base already, which of course those aren't going to be, marked to him, but it just puts him in a situation where he's struggling, right? When he comes into a clean inning, he's just better as most guys are,
He's a former starter. But anyway, he started with a 5.40 ERA and he brought it all the way down to 1.99. Right now the whip, let me find that. Where the hell's his whip? Oh, it's not on that sheet. 1.059. So he's really just kind of turned a corner. I don't know if they're ever going to try to make him a starter again, because like right now he's pretty valuable as a swing guy and with the bullpen decimated, but we don't have a starter either.
Right.
Down in 4 weeks when we lose 2 more starters, and then he's going to be out there.
He'll be out there. Yeah.
Don't worry. Jed's wandering the streets looking for people who look like they might be a pitcher, and he'll be like, "Oh, hey, yeah, come with me."
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine he's driving around in like a white van that has like some Huffies in the back and it says candy on the side of it? He's trying to find pitchers.
Sounds like Jed.
Yeah.
But if you take the week overall, go 3-3 on the road, you had that great comeback win. It feels like a million years ago when the winning streak was preserved and they were able to come back and beat the Dodgers 6-4. That was super exciting. And they're a never say die team, which most teams kind of are, but some teams just die anyway. Yeah, they were. I mean,
they don't have what it takes.
They don't have what it takes. But this team believes in themselves, and they should, because they're good.
They have the testicular fortitude to get to the end of the game and keep fighting,
and the talent to back it up.
So I know that I'm backing this up and I'm doorknobbing it or whatever that Danny calls it, but the Ben Brown thing, he's got 22.2 innings. That is 5th most innings pitched on this team. The only 4 above him are starters.
Yeah.
And he's got a 1.99 ERA. If he was a starter right now,
9 times,
people would be all over his dick. They would be so excited if he was a starter. You know what I mean? You got Javier Assad, who has had 3 starts, and Matthew Boyd, who has had 4 starts, both below him, both over 7 ERA.
Yeah, it hasn't gone.
And he's got a what?
1.99.
1.9
times.
He just wanted to play the drop. Well, and can we talk about Boyd for a second, because Boyd has been back from his injury and they pitched his arm off last year, I'm afraid to say.
Boyd is back in town. Back in town.
And I know that we need him right now to take as many innings as he can, but at the same time, it's we're getting some scratchy.
Yeah, I don't know where I am hearing that now, and I don't know where it's coming from.
But there it is again. I don't know. It's you. Yeah. Oh, that's painful. You're killing me,
Lyle. I think you have a cord that is loose, or something.
You got a loose cord. But Matthew Boyd basically lost that game against the Padres, the 9-7 loss on Monday. He lost that game by challenging a stupid pitch in the first inning.
Oh, it was the first fucking batter.
Yeah.
Okay, so
then you needed those challenges later, and they were spent.
And I can't remember who it was that I was listening to. I believe it might have been the Pirates during the Pirates game, their announcers, and they were talking about how no one should ever challenge in the first at bat of the game. It doesn't make any sense. Oh no, you know who it was? It was fucking John Smoltz. That's what it was. John Smoltz, who even when he makes good points, fucking annoys everybody.
Yeah, he really does.
But he said, like, a first batter, you should never challenge that at all, because there's no possible way that's a turning point in the game, right? Like, Pat Hughes is like not a turning point.
I mean, I go back to the first inning is just as important as the last inning, because if you have an opportunity to get on base and score a run, I don't know.
But the first batter might be tough for me. I mean, maybe if there's
agree,
like
but
two
if it's the difference between him getting on and not getting on, like to start the game with a guy on base is a big deal.
No, but we're talking the opposite. The pitcher was trying to get like he walked him. And he's like, no, I struck him out. And honestly, like, yeah, you don't want to walk the first batter because
that's what I mean. Having a guy on base is good if you're on offense, and it's not good if you're on defense. So it just, but
it's just, there's so many more situations that are going to happen later in the game that you better be like 100% on that one.
That's
before
fair.
You challenge it, right? Like, I'm just saying.
I think those guys always think they're 100%.
Yeah, it better be. And in the heat of the moment, you make bad decisions sometimes. And
do we have any updates on what the stats are at this point of players getting the call versus not being?
Know where to look that up.
Yeah, they do. They talk about it every so often on some of the broadcasts, not the fucking Cubs one, but on some of the other broadcasts, they talk about it. I was wondering
if MLB's like tracking it and posting it.
Well, but here's the thing. Wasn't that the Ballesteros start as well? He was the catcher.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, he was.
I wonder if that played a little bit into it. Like Boyd didn't trust Ballesteros to challenge the pitch when Ballesteros might have been like, the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I know. Well, it was unfortunate, and we kind of lost the game because of it. Of course, there was no way to know that at the time. But the thing that there were a lot of challenges in the game yesterday, and the whole series, there were just challenges, and the umpires were either bad but they weren't that bad because some of these pitches were missing by 1/10 of an inch. And now there's talk that people are like, hey, maybe it's got to be like half. The ball's got to be half in the zone at the very least. I'm like, no, the rule has always been any part of the ball that touches the zone. Now, this is going to make batters have to swing at those balls and not be so cute about it. So that's a good thing for us.
I guess do you want the games to go faster and pitching to be better, or do you want more offense? Like, what does the league want? That's what's going to happen. So if they want batters they're going to make a tighter strike zone. So it's harder to, get these guys out, and they're going to know where the balls are. If they want the games to move along, then they won't.
They have already created a tighter strike zone, right? Because that's what we're talking about. These balls are just a touch out. And in the past, you get that strike call, but now they're getting overturned. The real
and vice
problem,
versa. Vice versa too, Michael. I don't know that too. Yeah,
no, I get it, but it's just like
balls that are like at your shoulders, that the bottom of the ball barely touches the strike zone. That's getting called a strike, and that never
was a strike.
Yeah.
I love that this pitch gets called because it was always right. It was the letters to your knees. That was growing up when you were a kid. Like that's the strike zone, and then somewhere in the 90s, it became like the belly button to like the middle of the thigh. It was fucking crazy.
But, okay, so here's the thing though with this series, you're right. There were some balls that were like 1/10 of an inch or whatever, but there were a lot that I saw and I was like, holy shit, that ball is that's fully in the strike zone. There's no like questioning that ball is fully in the strike zone, and they were calling it balls. Like I saw that a number of times, and that is truly what this is for, right? It's not actually the minuscule little 3 centimeters.
Well, that's why people are saying
that they're calling, and
that's why people are. And that's why people are saying half the ball should be in. Like, it's got to be an egregious call. Like,
and I agree with you, Danny. Fuck those people. Like, this is what they fucking wanted.
I wasn't saying that, but
I am. I will fucking say it.
My mom's one of those people.
No, but this is what fucking happens every time. They're like, we need to fucking expand the playoffs. Oh, the playoffs are expanded. We need to expand them more. And now it's like, oh, we need robo umps. We have to have the fucking robo umps. And then they get them, and then they're like, well, I don't think I like the robo umps. Like, shut the fuck up.
Why do they play till November? Well, you wanted 6 weeks of playoffs. I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly. And that's what drives me nuts about like the fan, like listening to the fan about these things. And you see it all over social media. They bitch about this shit for a few years, and then they get it. Like, fucking Rob Manfred is just an asshole, and he just does whatever the fuck these people want, and he gives it to them. And then all of a sudden, these people are like, well, we didn't want that. Yeah, we knew. I've been fucking over here screaming about this shit for years. You don't actually want that. Perfection is bullshit, and it sucks, and it ruins the game. We want oddities. We want it to be like this thing.
Interesting. We want it to be interesting.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
And fair.
You may find this weird. I like the fucking ABS challenge. I do. I like how it works. I like that there's two.
I think it's making the game interesting.
Yes. And the only people who get to challenge are the three people involved, right?
And the fucking big mouth players are always bitching and complaining about everything. Like, I almost wish they had it in the NBA. You're like, okay, you're so sure there was a foul? Let's fucking challenge it, you big mouth, and then shut them up, because I think you better put up or shut up. And I think it's keeping some of that shit a little more honest, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what fucking David Wells would do in this fucking situation.
Well, and
right? Like, you think about some of those older guys who were just like fucking Zambrano. Like, when he thought like three pitches were outside, he'd start stomping around. Like, would he just go zen now? Because he's like, I can't really.
I'll just challenge him. Yeah.
Well, and on the flip side, the fucking umpires. Some of the like I said, some of these calls in this Padre series were egregious. Like, they were fucking horrendous.
Well, I wonder if because they've
the best
hit worse.
The best people at hitting a baseball in the entire world play in this league, right? Or most of them do. And what's the league batting average right now? 220. They're successfully hitting a ball like 20% of the time. It's fun to hate the umps, and I love hating the umps, and I'll be at the game. I'll be the first one to bitch and complain, and I fucking when it's egregious and it fucks your team up in a big game, it sucks.
One of my favorite things,
they're fooling everybody else. You know what I mean? The batters, like these guys who can see the fucking ball spinning and the speed at which it's spinning. He knows it's a fucking curveball coming out of the hand because the way the ball's spinning. I can't. It's a blur to me. Like, I watch it, and I'm like, how the fuck did they see that shit? So
yeah.
I'm sure the fucking umps are tricked a lot. They probably lose the ball fucking 20% of the time, and they just strike.
that was clearly happening in San Diego. They were like, that dude was like, ball, and you're like, that was a ball. I didn't even need you wouldn't need the box, I hate the box, right? But when the ball is fully in the box and it's in, I'm like, oh yeah, there's no fucking way that box is that wrong.
Yeah.
Also, I'll just add, we're really it's crazy that we trust our robot overlords more than anything else, more than our eyes, more than anything. We're like, it went in the fake box on the TV. It's got to be a strike. And you're just like, how is that fucking, I don't know.
Well, and all the different stadiums have different camera angles, and it's just all over the place in the broadcast. And we've talked about that ad nauseum.
You can't mount those cameras in the same spot above the plate because nobody has anything going out over the plate. So they're definitely, not only the actual TV cameras, but I can't imagine. I don't know the technology. I don't know. I'm not saying it's wrong. It looks pretty good, but. Well, we seem to trust that more than we trust anything else, even our own fucking eyes.
Here's another thing that's gotten a little bit lost in the in this stuff too, is that ABS box is 2-dimensional, right? And it's always been a 3-dimensional situation for the plate, over the plate, and it's set actually in the middle of the plate,
right?
So some of those balls that are actually low. They probably strikes. I don't know why they don't put that ABS thing at the very front of the plate, because that would make more sense. I don't
know either, Michael.
Yeah, but and then you know what else they could do with that? They could also fucking use that to decide whether or not a guy swung or not.
Because they could, to see if he cracked his hands.
That is the other shit. Like, some of that, you're like, okay. But I think that's probably where it's going.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. No,
I think
eventually they'll probably try to get rid of the umpires altogether and just have it just be like ding, strike, ding, ball, ding, strike, ball,
Well, eventually they're just going to get rid of fucking players. It's going to be It's going to be kids out there with baseball cards playing them like fucking Pokemon.
Yeah, they will. They already do that. So we got to talk about before we take our first break. We got to talk about that Dalton Rushing situation when Miguel Amaya, Dalton Rushing, the catcher on the Dodgers, dropped the ball. Miguel Amaya saw it, ran to second. Dalton Rushing picked up the ball, tried to throw him out, did not. Miguel Amaya slid in safely, and then he looked at Nico Horner, who was at bat, and goes, "Fat fuck." and everybody saw it. Well, I saw it in the moment. I was like, did he just say fat fuck? And then John Boy picked up on it and did the whole thing. Then it got out there. He was calling him a fat fuck. And then Dalton Rushing got into another thing where he didn't challenge something on time when he was at the bat. And he freaked out on the umpire. So Dalton Rushing, first of all, I hate all the Dodgers, but now I hate Dalton Rushing specifically. And what the fuck? Miguel Amaya is not fat. Look, I got a picture of him right here. Look at him. He looks great. He looks wonderful.
That looks like Danny in his Little League uniform. Danny, did you just put his head on you in your Little League uniform?
Seriously.
Wait, put that picture up. Put it up. You got to have it in there somewhere.
I've got Miguel. Well, I've got the video of me. Let's see if I can't find it. But first of all, no, Miguel Amaya is not fat. You know what I mean? Like I did mention that he filled out this year, but he used to be actually very skinny before.
Right. Well, and here's the thing. Dalton Rushing is not like a fucking skinny dude. Like he is thinner than Amaya, but I wouldn't look at Dalton Rushing and be like, oh yeah, you're never going to be fat.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like people probably thought that about Ron Coomer too, but
but that's my point is like Dalton Rushing that dude is 2 plates of spaghetti away from fucking Amaya. You know what I mean? Like it's like he's calling Amaya a fat fuck as if Amaya's like that big, and he's really not that much bigger than fucking Dalton Rushing.
No. I mean, that's the last thing I would think to call Miguel Amaya, though.
Oh, that's true. He may be LA fat. He is
fair.
not
He is
Chicago fat.
Actually, you should take it back to he is a fat fuck in LA.
Yeah, it is true. But I thought it was interesting. Nico was on the radio the next day talking about his fat fuck catcher, and he said, I wish that I had confronted him. I was pretty taken aback, which you could tell by Nico's reactions. Like, what? At the end of the day, you just want to have your teammates back. I mean, that's one of those situations where, like, somebody says like a racial slur in your presence, and you're like so shocked by it that you're like, what? Wait, and then like the guy says it and then it leaves, and you're like, I wish I punched him in the face, but you didn't because
or you do punch him in the face and you find out like they're husband and wife, and then you get stabbed.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, it was funny too to look at it because you're right. He was shocked. He straight double taked.
Yes.
Like he went, wait, what? And but then like he doesn't have a chance to do anything because it's like pitch clock. Get your ass in the box. We're about to throw. It's like. Yeah, there's not a lot for Nico to do there.
I think they stop the pitch clock when you start beating somebody to death with your bat,
which is what he should have done, to be fair. So if you want to see a fat catcher, here's me in 1989.
Boys, let's go out in the field. Here's the position you're going to be in. Right now it's short.
I know.
Speaking, I was talking about Moose earlier, but you see the Moose knuckle on that kid? Jesus Christ.
Well, I had to use my I showed up on pants day. It's all they had left. I showed up late. But anyway, it's I thought
you had a good catcher's body though. I will say that's a good catcher's body.
That was such a nice way to say it, Michael.
Have you noticed that I'm not wearing a jersey, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
right.
You're just wearing a blue shirt. I assume because it's like practice or warm-ups.
No. It's the game. And they didn't have a uniform that fit my fat fuck ass. So I had to embarrass myself further by wearing a sweatshirt that I'll put it up again.
Boys,
Did your mom put the numbers on back for you?
00?
double zero. Yeah, I double zeroed, and my teammates called me disposable numbers. Because it was done with masking tape.
Oh my
Masking
God.
tape.
I never at any point during our friendship ever wished you had been in the major leagues, but now I do. I wish you had made the major leagues and were still called disposable numbers.
Yeah, what a dumb nickname. It's not catchy at all.
And it takes so
we
long.
started a punk band in college called Disposable Numbers, but we only played one gig, and there was a fire, and the drummer died. So we just
3 people came. It was a disaster.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's anyway, I don't get the fat shaming of Miguel Amaya. It's just weird, but it reminded me, and I made a little TikTok video about this about a time that I was called a fat fuck right around this time. I worked at the movie theater, and this woman, I think her name was Beth, was my manager, and she was like kind of hot, like she was in her 20s and
was
stuff.
she a grown ass
like,
adult though? She was in her 20s.
yeah, she was in her 20s, and I was like 15, 16. But I was like, oh, look at Beth is hot, right?
She has boobies.
Yes. So she was like wearing one of those 80s, like, when the women wore those like Colonel Sanders ties on their like big collared blouses.
Yeah,
and then it had like a built-in like Colonel Sanders, not like a bow that went. It was built in.
You Kentucky Fried Chickened her, didn't you?
No,
I
wish.
feel like Danny is confusing his lust for this woman and his lust for chicken.
For chicken. Well, at the time, it was about.
We all know about his chicken lust. Oh.
So I'm like, if you ever worked at one of those places where you got to change the bag in the box for the soft drinks, yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
it's got the syrup in the
No,
bag.
I haven't, Danny. I only owned 7 restaurants in my entire life. Yeah, all the time. Every fucking day of my life for 35 years.
Yeah, changing one of those. So we're changing one of those. I'm back there with Beth in the back, and the thing explodes, and the syrup goes all over her blouse and everything. And I start laughing because it's fucking hilarious because I'm 15 years old. I think that's funny.
Kentucky Fried Chicken in your pants when it's
She turned around. She goes, "Shut up, you fat fuck!" And that's the time I was called a fat fuck, and I go, "Fuck you, cunt," because it was the 80s. Because it was the 80s, and that's what you did, and that's how we talked. I know, but I'm just saying that's what happened.
Well, also Danny was British back then. He was fat and
so
British.
it was fine. I didn't know. I was watching a lot of Monty Python, and then I leave. She's like, "Go home." So I go home and figure I'm fired for saying that.
Lyle and I both trying to put that up.
So she sends me home, and then they're like, then I didn't show up for the next shift, and they're like, "Why didn't you come to work?" I'm like, "Well, I figured I was fired from calling the manager when I called her," and so they're like, "No, you got to come in." So I go in. Just so they could fire me.
Oh,
yeah. They're like, "No,
you got fired on your day off?"
I used to always want to do it in person. Over the years, I'm like, listen, you and I are going to have a bad talk today. I said, do you want to come in and have it, or do you want me to just do it over the phone? If you would be like, you can just do it over the phone. I was like, all right, you don't work here anymore, dude.
Yeah. Do I want to fucking travel all the way in there? By the way,
I don't want to see you either.
Yeah.
Well, I laid into her again because, first of all, now I would have sued her for calling me a fat fuck.
Right.
They're like, that's abuse.
Yeah, second of all,
I'd be rich.
They made you fucking come in to fire you. Like, you assholes. Like, you had to ride your fat ass on a bike over there.
I was tiring. That is when you're 200 pounds and 14. So I thought that was pretty funny. And then, I'll bring it down now at the end here because Justin Steele had a setback and it's not good. And we'll talk about this and then go to break. But he sent out an X to everybody.
That was the saddest.
Yeah, and he said, "Well, this is obviously frustrating." Y'all read it.
Yeah, my TFC is about this.
He's like, "Shit just happens sometimes. I know I'm one of the best pitchers on the planet. I don't have a backup plan." He said, "This is what I'm going to do. This is my life." And I thought I had his second. I guess I don't have his second one. Oh, yeah, I do. And then he said, "God hasn't dealt me anything I can't handle. God saves his toughest battles for his strongest soldiers." God and his son, Jesus Christ, have my back. And at the end of the day, that's all I need. I know it just went on and on. But I'll leave it at that. I'm like, does God, if there is a God, does he give a rat's fuck? He obviously hates you, first of all.
Right. If God is infallible, he fucking hates you.
He hates your ass. He fucking hates you so much that he gave you all this talent to get to the major leagues, to work your ass off, to battle and battle and battle. And then when you finally get there and get a taste of it and almost get some money to take care of your family, he just rips it all away from you because he thinks you're a piece of shit.
Yep.
Yeah. It was funny on Reddit. That was out there on like the MLB Reddit or whatever. And literally all the comments were like, fuck you and your God. God doesn't give a shit. Like, it was just all the way through. And then the end is like all these people like, holy shit, a lot of you people don't like God.
No, we don't believe in God. That's the point. I mean,
Even if you do believe in God,
what does this have to do with? Yeah.
If you want to believe in God, that's fine. But if you believe God cares about your fucking baseball team,
right,
then that's what makes you a fucking idiot.
Well, all the time people be like, they win the game, they won the championship. Like, well, without God, we couldn't have done this. And I'm like, but what about the other talented guys across the fucking field from you? God hates them.
God hates the losing team.
Yeah.
God
hates losers. I think that's Ezekiel 37:22.
I think it's somewhere in Job, actually.
Yeah. I want to see this, right? When you win this, thanks, God. Followed by when you lose, fuck you, God. Like, what the fuck? Like, there needs to be justice. It needs to balance.
Yeah. Well, I would like to see. Actually, one of my favorite things is when a guy's when, like Pedro Strop, for example, after he gave up that home run on Sunday Night Baseball, and he pointed to the sky, which he did. To be fair, when he did well and when he did poorly, he thanked God for it.
We think he did.
And
he might have been like, "Fuck you, Jobu. I'll do it myself."
And then that's when Costas came in and was like, he must be apologizing to his dead relatives for such a horrible performance tonight.
That's right. I forgot about that. That was so good.
But you're right, Danny. That was one of the great things about Strop. Like, sure. He fucking pointed to God when he did well, pointed to God when he did bad. That's a person I will respect because that's like real. He really feels it. These people that only like, if anything good happens is God, and if anything bad happens, whose fault is it? Probably the liberals.
Right. Right. But if something bad happens to other people, well, God had a plan for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wait.
They're in a better place. You're like,
well,
I don't
God
know.
had a plan for
Get a box in the dirt. I don't know. It doesn't seem awesome. Are there hookers in there? Is there booze? Like, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
So, but it's sad. I mean, what the fuck are we going to do without Justin Steele? We've been waiting for him. And then when Cade Horton went down, I mean, you got to trade somebody for a starting pitcher, but that's easier said than done, or harder said than done. I should
easier, harder.
Try that again.
It doesn't matter. God's up for it all. No, I had this like little short conversation in the Discord, which, by the way, you get to be in the Discord if you're a Patreon person, and we talk about this shit all the time. It's fun. But I was like, hey, this is why you fucking traded for Cabrera last year, right? When we found out Jackson Wiggins is hurt, and then the whole fucking pitching staff has died and all this stuff. It's like last year we had we did have a shot. I don't think they beat the Dodgers, right? But if you wanted a shot, last year was the time. But Matt Shaw was too important to trade. And yet they fucking signed somebody to take his position. And then the other guy that was in that, they do trade him away for Cabrera and Jackson Wiggins. They're like, well, we can't trade him. He's too good. but we're not going to let him pitch. And now he's fucking injured, so he can't pitch even if he wants. And it's like, This is the point. You have to fucking pay attention when you have a shot.
You got to go for it. You got to go for it when you have a chance to go for it. Who knows what happens this year, right? Look at, I mean, what did I read off? 8-9 injuries today. And if it's only April, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's abnormal, but if this keeps happening and this is the luck of this team.
We went on a 10-game win streak.
It was awesome.
We fucking ripped a 10-game win streak in the first month of the year, and we're in second place.
Yeah, because the Reds, which we called the Reds, as if they could stay healthy, that they've got a good young team.
And the Pirates are right there too.
Now, I did look at the Reds, who they played. I did look at that because we face the Reds next week. Sorry to take your thunder, Cubstradamus, but we face the Reds at Wrigley next week, and they have not played the best teams in the world.
Well, we got seven straight.
Up.
We got seven straight against Philly and the Mets. So
and we beat them. And they're supposedly good teams.
Yeah, the Mets who won 2 of 18.
Actually, we went 9 straight, and it was literally Phillies, Mets, Phillies. We went 9 straight, and we got all excited about it, and it's wonderful. But they are the 2 worst fucking teams in the major leagues. And that 10-game win streak that I was just talking about,
I don't think they will be at the end of the year, though. I really feel like the Phillies fired their manager. We'll see what that does. I don't know. But they've got such a talented team. I don't foresee them staying in the basement, or the Mets for that matter. One of them may just falter and trade off their players, but I don't know what they're built for. I don't think they're either one of them are built for that. Like, what are you going to trade Harper? No. But Rogue Wave Creative writes in, is Giolito still a free agent? He is not.
He said, you got to read it right. Like, is not Giolito still a free agent? Because he is not.
No, he's not. And he's going to the Padres, and for very little money. And it's annoying because we could have had him. But
so I listened to Recap Podcast, and Gordo, of course, had a very good fucking point to make about Giolito, that why the Cubs got outbid for him, because we're like $3 million. How did the Cubs get outbid for this guy? And Gordo was like, well, it depends on how they were going to use him, or what their plan was, and how he felt, because Giolito he signed a 1-year deal, and it's like, I can take $3 million and go to San Diego and really be used and get my opportunities next year. I can build on that. Or I can go to Chicago and deal with fucking Craig Counsell misusing the shit out of me, and then like nobody wants me.
Yeah.
Right. So Gordo, he hypothesized that the number for the Cubs might have been a bit higher than the number for the Padres. Plus, fucking San Diego's nice, man.
Yeah, it's nice. The weather's good, and it's freaking still really cold. It's going to be in the 40s in the game tomorrow against the Diamondbacks, so that's not going to be fun.
Yeah, May 1st, baby. 40s.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of cucumber plants. They all died. I did. They did. I just did it too early because I don't have time to do it later. And I was like, I'll be fine. And my friend's like, you'll probably be fine. I was not fine. The pepper's doing great. They'll probably taste crazy. I saw that John Pickus writes in about Carl Edwards Jr. I mean, he's available, but you do remember he was on the team 10 years ago, and 11 years ago, I believe he was part of the 2015 squad. So he's old now.
They had to pull him with only 1 out to get in the 7th game. I don't want a guy like that.
Nah, he's a loser. So, do you have a silhouette this week?
I do. 100%.
Hey, can I tell a quick story?
Please.
Quick? So David Allan Coe died today. I don't know if you know who he is.
Oh, sure.
Country singer. He's got some bangers. He's got a problematic history in the 70s. He put out a little bit. He put out an album that was pretty goddamn racist, but he spent his career. First, he defended it and said he didn't mean it like that. He meant it to be tongue in cheek, but he has some pretty fucked up things that he says. But he spent a lot of his later career apologizing for it in his own way. He was a patched outlaw biker. I got to meet him a few times in Chicago. He used to play Reggie's quite a bit, and he would come into our restaurant to eat. And he was a great songwriter. He wrote Johnny Paycheck's "Take This Job and Shove It," and we're having dinner one night, and I'm sitting there with him and a couple other kind of famous musicians, and I said something about the song. I was drunk. I was being an asshole probably. And he's like, well, he said, I probably should have kept that song for myself, because then I wouldn't have to sit here and have dinner with the likes of you. So we're having dinner and we're talking about, but his best song, I think, is You Never Even Call Me By My Name.
Oh, yeah.
And we all know who wrote that.
He didn't write that song. It was written by John Prine and
Steve Goodman.
Steve Goodman and John Prine.
Yeah. And I asked him about it. I said, do you think that's Steve Goodman's best song? He's like, well, ask this guy. John Prine was sitting on the other side of me. It was a pretty magical night. So we're having dinner.
Wow.
And John's like, I don't know. And David Allan Coe says most people would probably say it's City of New Orleans. He said, I think my song's the best that I did. He said, but most people would say City of New Orleans. He said, but in reality, David Allan Coe said it was probably Go Cubs Go. David Allan Coe, who knows nothing about whatever. And I was like, why? He's like, because you want people to feel things when you write music. And he said, what song makes more people stand up and sing along all the time for decades in a happy situation, be happy? He's like, that song's magical. He said, people don't do that to City of New Orleans. He said, there's like, every 20 years when fucking someone played it live, somebody will fucking stand up and sing it and be happy. He said, but that song's been going on for years and years and years. He said, so that's probably his best song ever. So I always thought that was a cool fucking little story.
Well, I mean, he's wrong, but it is a good story.
Well, maybe it's not the best song, but it certainly is the most impactful song that he's ever written.
That's what he meant. He was like, that song, it's just because of what it did. He said, art's supposed to make people feel things, and that song makes people feel things all the time, 50 times a year at least.
Well, and I would say,
maybe less actually, because
30.
I would say just in terms of Cubs songs that Steve Goodman, like we're gonna cut this way down to just Cubs songs by Steve Goodman. A dying Cubs fan's last request,
is
better than Go Cubs Go.
Yeah, but they're not gonna sing that after the game.
It absolutely is a better thing, but they're not going to sing that after the game. I love Go Cubs Go when I'm at Wrigley and they've won, but I will put on a Cubs fan, dying Cubs fan's last request. I'll put that shit on anytime. That's a fucking wonderful, that's the one that gives me the feels.
Yeah.
Well,
who you got for your silhouette?
Here we go. Fuck, I was supposed to have a thing. So
looks like a fat fuck.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a fat fuck going on. He's got a little chubs to him. This is a rookie card. It is number 104 out of 150. It's all blue. If we're looking at the home to guess, it says B, it's a B chrome. I don't know what the fuck that means, but first base it shows down here. And I will say that's a surprise. But there it says first base down there for this guy, and
he's a lefty, and all right. So guess
he's a left-hand for the listeners. I always forget that I'm supposed to write a clue for the listeners, and it's really hard. He's a left-handed hitter.
He's a
little chubby, and there's a first base on his rookie card, but that seems a little short-sighted for me, maybe.
So guess
what? Do you want to tell us where he played then?
No,
too obvious.
No, I think it would be if he has played first base in the past, but to call him a first baseman is probably a little too much.
Gotcha. By the looks of Danny's childhood videos, I think he's probably a catcher.
This is Danny Rocket, actually, from 1985.
Yeah. So we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. First of all, join us on Patreon, patreon.com/bleacherbunch. It's how you can support us, get the show every day, early ad free. Also, I want to just shout out because we don't have a commercial for him yet. Fanarchy. You have to download the Fanarchy app. We're going to be hanging out over there. Unfortunately, it's iPhone only right now, but that's coming. We are going to be the people that make Fanarchy incredible. The Ranters are going to
let's
be
go.
the ones. We're gonna own that freaking space.
We are absolutely trying to push that, and Danny and I are already over there talking during games. It really is a good app, but the best thing I found about that app is to be able to add all the games that you ever went to. And if you can't remember which game you've been to,
describe it.
Yeah, you're like, it was Colorado and it was Junior Lake's first game. And they're like, oh, well, that was August fucking 12th, 2014. You're like, holy shit.
Yeah, it was a game that Danny and I went to, and we had 27 beers before we went to the game, and Danny puked in a trough. Will it tell me that?
Yeah,
that's what I remember about the fucking game.
Yeah, it was July 18th, 2011.
Was it?
Yeah.
Cool.
It knows everything. It was
everything.
watching me. So, all right, well, we'll be right back. Guess who it is? Hashtag Chance in the chat. Download Fanarchy. Support us on Patreon, and we will be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
The Bleacher Bunch brings you great shows.
That's right. Bye, Lyle.
Bye.
Right, all right. Yeah, his wife's last night in town, so he's going to spend it with her because she's hotter than us, basically.
Peace, love, and hair grease.
All right, later.
The Bleacher Bunch brings you great shows like Sun Ranto, Cubs PS Plus, Bricks Behind the Ivy, Cuppa Cubby Blue, and Baseball Rabbit Hole. But you could be getting so much more when you subscribe to our Patreon page for as little as $1 a month at patreon.com/BleacherBunch. Get access to our exclusive daily show Cubs Pod, where we recap every single game. Plus, be the first to hear Cubs music, get early access to events, and receive an invitation to join our Discord Cubs community, where fans just like you show up every day to rant and rave about our beloved boys in blue. Most importantly, 10% of your Patreon pledge will go directly to help the Lost Boys Youth Baseball program. So join us. There are perks at every level, like the Renter Calendar, absolutely free, and name recognition for you or your business. We are independent Cubs podcasters, and we need your support. Otherwise, we'll quit. Seriously, we'll all quit. Some of us might even die from your lack of support. In fact, the cutest little puppy you've ever seen will die if you don't support the Bleacher Bunch at patreon.com/BleacherBunch. We promise to spend all the Patreon money on tickets and beer and all the dog crap we have to buy just to keep our podcast rolling. So give us your money, and we'll waste it far better than you will. Patreon.com/BleacherBunch. Free trials are available, but don't do a free trial. Just join, okay? Okay. Patreon.com/BleacherBunch.
In the clutch, in the clutch. Buy t-shirts from In the Clutch. Take it from the Bleacher Bunch. You'll love the shirts from In the Clutch.
In the Clutch shirts are comfortable, stylish, and guaranteed to get you laid. Plus, they're proud sponsors of the Bleacher Bunch. Use promo code BleacherBunch for 10% off your purchase.
Nice to feel and soft to touch. That's why you will get laid so much. Wearing a shirt from In the Clutch. And you can thank the Bleacher Bunch.
In the Clutch, in the Clutch. Buy t-shirts from In the Clutch. Remember the code Bleacher Bunch. Save 10% at In the Clutch. In the Clutch. In the Clutch.
In the Clutch shirts actually not really guaranteed to get you laid.
Hey there, as you can see, I'm a talking penguin. No, I'm not like the Batman kind of penguin or Rod Say or that dumb fuck Happy Feet. No, I'm the spokes penguin for Penguin Imprints, who makes awesome imprinted items with original designs. And they do custom stuff too. Why, check this out. And this. How do you like this, Chicago? And I love this one. And this might sound a little weird coming from a penguin, but fuck ice indeed. Penguin Imprints also makes custom t-shirts and stickers for your event or organization. And because they're sponsors, listeners of the Bleacher Bunch Network can get 20% off any order at penguinimprints.com with the code BleacherBunch. Okay, that's enough about Penguin Imprints. Now I gotta go find that little bitch Happy Feet and put his smirking pink on the other side of his head. I hate that fucker. But man, do I love Penguin Imprints.
All right, we are back.
Oh, look at this
in the chat, and your dog is here now.
Yeah, you can see Stella in the picture there. Okay, so in the chat, we had a couple of guesses. We had a Schwarber, a bird, but Roberto Ramos jumped in there, Mo Baller, and he is correct. That's Mo Baller,
not a first baseman.
Not a first baseman. That's why I said, like, I think he might have played maybe like one game at first base in the big leagues. And I know he's played a little bit in the minors. But yeah, I would never call him a first baseman on his rookie card.
No, but I wouldn't mind seeing him over there more, except for that we have Michael Busch. Like, that wouldn't have been a bad track for him to maybe follow, to be.
Right. And Michael Busch.
Where you put the fat kids.
Right. And Michael Busch also a lefty. So it's not like you get a different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, love.
He's no Trey Mancini. That's for sure.
Look, Mo Baller has had a great start of the season. I freaking love this kid. And the other night, hitting the grand slam, like, so good. So exciting to see the guy. I love it. And sadly, they lost that game. And man, every time I see shit like that, like, we had a home run earlier in the game and from Seiya, which was a no doubter, like, crush that ball. And then Mo Baller hits a grand slam and the Cubs lose. I just want to fucking fire off a text to shit Bambi and be like, dude, all you ever fucking talk about is how if you hit more home runs, you win. They hit a fucking grand slam and
still lost. Yeah.
And still lost.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we just kind of ran into, you knew you were going to lose eventually. You win the 10 straight, and then, you're going to run into, you knew you were going to run into the Dodgers. You weren't going to sweep that series most likely, but I will put up the Cubs hitting numbers in the last 2 weeks right now. And like you said, Mo Baller's having a nice time. 1.132 OPS. And that's in 33 at bats. In that time, he's got 3 dongs, which is the most, which is not the most on the team. Seiya Suzuki has the most dongs and the highest OPS with a 1.178 ERA. OPS and 5 home runs. So
and that's actually a flip flop from last week when it was Mo Baller at the top and Seiya Suzuki right behind him.
Yeah, so you got like the Bash brothers in the middle there, and what I love about Moises Ballesteros is that he gives fat kids like me all the hope in the world that one day they could get out there and play Major League Baseball. So, do you have an update for us in the Pick'em game standings?
We do. We haven't talked about this in a little bit.
Who will win standings?
But I figured at the end of the season here, I got to scroll down. We're way down here.
Winning?
Well,
I'm looking at it right now. Nobody is. Sugas is winning. Sugas and Yump.
No.
Yeah,
no. So, okay. So since the last time we went, like, I gave an update on this, Artie is 9-10. He is 14-17 overall. Andrew Waller was 7-12. Remember, no, not 7-12. That can't be right.
Yeah.
I have 16-15 now for him. That can't be right because I think he was.
What
leading.
numbers are listed here? Are these not even relevant numbers?
No, these are on there, but these are the numbers that they were. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm confused. This whole game, to be honest, confuses me because I'm just like win, loss, win, loss, and then I'm like,
hold on. I know what it is.
That don't even add up. Like, Michael, you're doing some like this is some Trumpian math. This is like my drug prices going down 600% right here.
Exactly. No, the first set of numbers behind the name, that is what they went since the last time we did this. 9-10 for Artie. Overall, he is 14-17.
Just
right?
tell me who's winning.
I think it is Yumper. He went 11-8, which tied Sugus. Sugus and Yumper both went 11-8 since last time we did this, but Yumper had done better, so he is at 18-13. Oh, and I'm wrong. Right behind there, 19-12. That's my kid, Eli.
Oh, I don't know who to go for because Eli helps us with Cubs Pod. Little Yumper and Penguin Imprints is a sponsor for the show. I'm obviously going to lose because I've given no effort to this. And, I just guessed randomly.
Yeah, everybody did. There's no other way to do it. But you went 9-10 on since the last time we did this, and you're at 15-16. So you're not far behind.
Who's the worst?
So the worst is Jeff, who came in very late. He actually didn't submit his thing until we were all the way into the Pirates series, I think. And he went 6-9.
Nice.
So ultimately, in the end, if he can get more wins over the season, he can still catch up. I mean, he is still he's 13 back of Eli, who is leading this, but I can't imagine Eli is going to keep that up.
You never know. He's a lucky kid.
But honestly, everybody is doing pretty good. I'm trying
That's
to
because
look.
the Cubs are good and we're positive people. We're so positive that we guess.
But it has nothing to do with that. Like, it was so easy to check.
It does in a way.
Because there were 10 straight wins for the Cubs.
And nobody.
And every time that you put that they lost, you miss a point. Yeah.
Yep.
So it was rough on some people who had a few losses in there. And I think you had I think on yours, for the Pirates series, I think you went 0-3. Because I think you had like an LWW and it was a WLL.
Yeah.
Right. It was just like, and that's the thing. Like, this stuff can just turn on a dime on you.
It just like the lottery.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like, but I dreamed these numbers. Why didn't it work? But do you know what I did dream about, Michael? Is that Daniel Palencia would be coming back to the Chicago Cubs and closing games, and he is so sorely needed. And I hear tell he will be back as soon as possibly tomorrow.
You need to send the song out to him. Coming back to Wrigley.
Coming back to close games. And so that's really good news for us. We really need that at the back end because everybody else is dead. So an alive pitcher will be very helpful.
And it's bad when pitchers that aren't even on the team are ruining our depth because, like, Jackson Wiggins is down, Porter Hodge is down. Like, there's guys that weren't even sniffing the big leagues yet, and they're going down too. So there's no, like, you hope for the relief to come up from, like, well, maybe we got a couple of guys at AAA that can come up and handle some of this. Nah, we're now signing guys. I feel like we signed somebody the other day off of fucking the
Reddit
Mets or something.
They're off of Craigslist. They went on Fiverr. They went on Fiverr and get looking for bullpen guys. A lot of people here saying hashtag chance in the chat. We got Joey, Chris, Tom. Welcome, guys. Roberto's here. Captain Cabo. So welcome. I want to do a little segment because we're well into the 1876 season right now.
Okay, hold on. Before you go 150 years ago, I think we need to go 43 years ago. And I think you were about to bring this up with the obvious shirts, and then we got derailed. Lee Elia rant was yesterday.
Oh no, I was going to talk about that at the end of the show.
Oh, were you? Well, you were talking about
because they got
Omnis
the
shirts, and I thought it was that's where you were going with it.
No, they're killing it no matter what. I'm saying in general that they are killing it right now. They have a bunch of stuff from 2016. They've got the Lee Elia stuff. They're all. That was just literally me saying I had no agenda except for that you should use code Ranter to save 10% off your orders.
Okay. I thought you were going to bring up.
Stuff.
I thought you were going to bring up the Lee Elia shirt because yesterday was the anniversary of the Lee Elia rant, and then we got sidetracked. So. Yeah, my bad. But you're going to bring this up later.
I was going to bring it up later because it was Lee Elia week. But what I was going to bring up was the 150 years ago when. Well, I actually have to play.
Yeah, you got to run that video.
Yeah, I got to run the video. It's too creepy to not play.
150 years ago.
All right, check this out. 150 years ago.
It's concerning. It really is.
The Chicago White Stockings, who became the Cubs, they beat the Cincinnati Reds yesterday. So it was 150 years ago yesterday, April 29th. They beat them 11-5, handing the Cincinnati Reds their first ever loss in Major League.
Suck it, Billy DeVore.
Exactly. And this is after they had won the first two games as the Cincinnati Reds in Major League Baseball in the National League. They had won them versus the St. Louis Brown Stockings, who became the Browns, who then became what? The Twins? Or I forget what happened. The Browns.
The Brown Stockings became the Browns, became the Orioles.
The Orioles, correct. Yeah. So then, now check this out. The Reds come in 2-0. After yesterday, 2-1 on the season. They would only win 7 more games the entire season. The Reds, they were terrible. They were one of the worst teams that's ever existed. And they would go on to finish 9-56. They only won
9 times.
Oh my God, that's a rough one. That's like White Sox fans feel bad for them.
Yeah. So that's wild. I didn't know that, they were playing Hartford, couldn't beat Hartford, couldn't beat anybody. So now we're not playing the Reds, but we will. Sorry, Cubstradamus, for giving that away. But we're playing the D-Backs, and they're in third place, kind of hanging around behind the Padres and Dodgers, who we just faced. We got a lot of NL West early in this season. And got a decent offense, but they've also had pitching injuries and a few bullpen implosions. I could give you a few numbers here. They recently played Milwaukee. I don't know what happened in the game today. Do you know what happened with that's too bad. There's no possible way to find out.
There's no possible way.
They lost.
We're going to have to call somebody collect who lives in Milwaukee.
They lost 13-1 to the Brewers. So they lost 2 or 3 to the Brewers. So they're limping in. And right before that, they split a series with the Padres. So they just played the Padres too. And they're 16 and 14 now. So they're like kind of 500-ish. But here's some shocking news. Do you remember Ildemaro Vargas?
I do.
Ildemaro Vargas is currently one of the greatest players in the major leagues right now. I don't know if his hitting streak got broken today, but before today, it was at 22 games. Okay. He's batting .372. He leads the majors in slugging and OPS and has 6 home runs.
So he's at 22 games. We're only at like a little over 30 games for the entire season. Right? Like we're like 32 games or 31 games. And so that's an amazing streak right there.
He's coming in hot, this guy. He's basically, we picked up Nicky Lopez to basically be Ildemaro Vargas. And at this point, Ildemaro Vargas, he wouldn't play except for Dansby's has a butt cramp. He'll probably be up there tomorrow.
I heard it's pretty bad. I heard it's pretty bad. He pulled his pants down and there was a large crack.
Well, that's probably why the Cubs won the last 2 games, because they had the rally crack going. It was Dansby's rally crack.
Well, and you saw how they're going to use Nicky Lopez, right? He's going to sit on the bench, and Matt Shaw is going to play second base, and Nico Horner's going to play shortstop, and we may never see Nicky Lopez again.
Nicky Lopez is the last guy we needed on this team. You know,
well, he's the last guy they got, and I think they just signed him off the street, right? Like he wasn't with anybody.
So they've still got Kettle Marte. They've still got Corbin Carroll. They added Nolan Avocado, who we all fucking hate. So he's going to be there tomorrow. Norman Avocado. But
it's amazing to me.
He can hit.
Like Nolan Arenado played for the Rockies, who I never really hated or whatever, but he was always just kind of annoying to me. And then he went to the Cardinals, and I thought, oh my God, that's the perfect spot for him, because he's tried true Cardinal asshole, just annoying person. And then they sent him to Arizona. The state I hate the most in all of this union is Arizona. And I'm just like, yeah, it couldn't have happened to a better guy.
So, well, let's look at all their hitting stats up here. I sorted this by at bat on the MLB site. Ildemar Vargas there. He's the only one with an OPS over 1,000 on the team. It's just shocking. I mean, the guy's freaking killing it. But we got Corbin Carroll batting 296, Norman Avocado batting 276 with a 763 OPS. So he's got 5 dogs on the season, but that's not even leading the team.
So is Kettle Marte leading? He must be leading off, because he has 115. He's got almost 20 more at bats than anybody else.
Yeah, he does. And then their shortstop Perdomo, he's got a little pop too. So I mean, they've got an offense that can kind of come together and make things happen. They have a winning record. So, but overall, like they're like, I'd say mid. Their offense is maybe a little bit better than mid. Okay. Where the Cubs actually have a very good offense when compared to other teams. We're like 4th in just about everything. We walk a shit ton. We walk more than anybody in the major leagues. The Cubs do.
And can I just say how fucking frustrating it is sometimes to see these guys walk? Like,
yeah,
sometimes you got to hit the goddamn ball. Like, just, it's not the time for a walk.
Situationally, sometimes I wish they were more aggressive as well.
Yes.
And the Diamondbacks kind of are that, because they've got the second fewest walks in the major league, the major leagues right now. So, and I have to say, out. They will put the ball in play.
Yeah, I have to say it would be worse if the Cubs had the second least amount of walks than having the most amount of walks. But you know, sometimes, man, these guys drive me nuts.
Like, we'd be 7th in walks. That'd be fine. 6th.
Exactly.
We don't have to be 1, guys.
And maybe jump up 1 or 2 spots in the hitting.
We're number 1 in afraid of the ball. So, pitching wise, we got them beat. We got a 4.01 team ERA to their 4.72, which went up a lot today if they gave up 12 runs. And then our relief is over a run and a quarter higher.
Oh, I thought for sure you were going to say, you said over a run higher, and I thought you were going to say over a barrel because they are just getting.
Well, they got an ERA over 5 after today's game, and we've got an ERA under 4. So, yeah, we're better. And then both Pens have actually been bad at giving up the long ball. And defensively, we've committed the same amount of errors, which is league average 16. But their catchers have thrown out quite a few runners, 30%, which is towards the top of the league. James McCann is still back there. Like, what? He's still playing? Yeah. Gabriel Moreno seems to be getting half the chances as well, and he's got a better stick at this point. McCann's only hitting 191. And then, but the Cubs got a beat. The defensive efficiency ratio, 723 to 701. So we're obviously a great defensive team, despite having quite a few errors.
Yeah. Yeah, because errors somehow don't affect
count, yeah.
the dir nearly as much as you would think they would.
Yeah, range I think affects more dir. Getting the out. Then we got the matchups are Zach Gallen, so he's good, versus Ray. Although did not write down Zach Gallen. Oh, but I have it here. Game 1. Here we go. Gallen's got a 3.14 ERA versus Ray's 4.61. Gallen's a good pitcher.
Yeah, and Ray kind of wasn't the last game that Ray pitched that was pretty bad.
It was. He got tagged in the middle of the game because he should only be. He started the year in the pen. I wish he was still in the pen. That's where he belongs, along with Assad, along with Ben Brown, giving you multiple inning piggyback Craig Counsell specials, which is what we thought we had. But now we just got a whole starting rotation of Craig Counsell specials.
Yeah, no, I think Ray bounces back though. With the last one being the bad one, I think he comes back and pitches well.
And it's cold.
I think he probably still only goes 5 innings if we're lucky.
Yeah,
you know,
and it's cold. And at least Palencia might be back to finish it off. And then, but we got some guys with some dongs off him. Suzuki's got a dong, but he's only batting 200. Hap has a dong, but he's batting 167 in 18 at bats. He's seen him a lot, and Conforto's seen him a ton. So I don't know if he plays, but he does.
Well, is he any good against him?
No, not really. He's got a 259 batting average, 777 OPS. I mean,
it's not bad for this year.
Bush has a dong, so we've got some pop off Gallen. I mean, this guy's a great pitcher.
Here's the thing that blew me away in San Diego, because I did the preview for the game against Walker Buehler, and I'm like, Carson Kelly is terrible against Walker Buehler. I mean, absolutely horrendous against Walker Buehler, and somehow Craig Counsell started him at catcher that day. And guess what? He sucked against Walker Buehler. The minute Walker Buehler was out of the game, he got a base hit. And I don't know what's going on there. Like, granted, these little previews don't tell you everything.
Nah,
but sometimes you can see the writings on the wall. He had one hit in like 15 tries.
Yeah, guys like 1 for 27. You're like, don't put him out there. He just doesn't see it. Like, he's not due. It's not that.
It's not due. Due is not a stat. Like, nobody runs out the DUE.
Well, and not many guys have seen Ray as quite as much. Arenado's seen him a bunch, but he's only batting 133. But I will say Kettle Marte's got 2 dogs off of him and only 6 tries. So maybe pitch around Kettle Marte and go right after Avocado. Game 2
absolutely
is going to be well. First of all, Bleacher Bum Band is playing after it, so you got to come see. It's free. We're at Output Wrigleyville, right there on Clark.
This is awesome. I've not seen Imanaga pitch, so I'm excited about that.
Yep.
I have also never seen the Diamondbacks play. I think this might be the first time I ever see the Diamondbacks play. So even though, for obvious reasons, fuck the Diamondbacks. Like, I hate them. There's no reason for them to exist in this league just because they're from Arizona. Fucking hate them. And so I'm excited. I am going to be really bummed, though, if the Cubs lose this game.
Well, I think we got a good chance. We got Imanaga versus Ryan Nelson. And even though Ryan Nelson is RYNE, and he is named after Ryan Sandberg, because Dad was a fan.
And, Sandberg died recently, and Ryan Nelson is not going to be able to pull from that kind of love.
Well, I don't know. There could be some magic in the ballpark left over from Rhino and his statue.
Well, you don't think that's going to go to Imanaga?
I don't know. Imanaga did not grow up watching Ryan Sandberg, and we did. Everybody in that park is gonna.
But that's because of MLB blackout rules. It wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault. Yeah, it was, and also it being the middle of the night. But yeah, I mean, we got Hap with the dong off of him, Conforto with the dong, Bregman. I'm not going to go through it in the same way, because what you should do is listen to Cubs Pod, because that's where we talk about this on a day-to-day basis. We'll give you all those matchups. So everybody's going to forget this stuff by the time it happens. But it is Nelson v. Imanaga. And then the last game is Merrill Kelly, who has a 9.20 ERA. So he's falling apart or something. And then Boyd is going out there. He's got a 7 ERA. So maybe these guys get their shit together. It will be chilly at Wrigley. And anyway, those are your matchups for the weekend.
Hold on. I got to throw this up here. This is Johnny Onomatopoeia.
Johnny!
Johnny says, had a beautiful lost weekend of Diamondback games in Arizona. They hold up their babies in the 4th inning to the Lion King theme. Awesome. Plus retractable roof.
That doesn't leak.
Oh my God. Look, that's child abuse. It's child abuse. They're holding their kids up into that hot fucking sun. And
no, it's not hot. It's air conditioned. It's inside. Roof.
And sure, retractable roof, whatever. When do they open that fucking thing?
Never.
They never do.
Probably doesn't even work.
And there was a time, and this happens in Houston as well. It's like the playoffs. The weather is fucking perfect, and they have the roof closed.
Yeah, because NBC is like, nah, our equipment's expensive.
Yeah, so, and Johnny's trying to say it's their kiss cam, the kids cam. It's a plea for social services to come and take those parents away.
Well, yeah, I mean, Arizona is kind of full of that. I do agree. It's a pretty rough place to like exist. I mean, it's literally the desert. Nobody's supposed to be there, and it kind of just feels that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't have basements because they're only like 3 feet above hell.
Like, well, if we go down too low,
yeah, if we dig into this shit, we're literally going to release demons.
I'm trying to bring up the bitch clock, but for whatever reason, it's not letting me share my screen. But we are going to bitch clock right now.
Are we?
Oh, yeah. You didn't know?
You got a bunch more extra bitch clocks on here too, which is amazing. Like, we have way too many reasons to bitch and not enough time to bitch.
That is definitely true. Well, why? Well, it's not working.
I think, you know what? I think as a supplement, as a bonus to the ranters on Patreon, I think we should just start to grab a few of these every so often and just run a 30-second bitch clock and throw it out on the Patreon only feed.
Just randomly, just like do random bitch clocking.
Yeah, and just burn it out there, and then let just the Patreon people get to hear it. So if you were watching the show
30 seconds
and you don't know where one of the bitch clock topics went, it's because we gave it to the ranters.
We gave it, we took it behind the paywall, as they say in the podcast business.
And here's the thing. It could be 30 seconds. It might be 30 minutes. You never know with me. Sometimes I get pissed.
Yeah, exactly. So you're not going to limit yourself. But okay, so here's what we have that's new. And there's a few new things because we didn't do it last week. We have the failure of Dansby Swanson in putting in the buns of steel.
I like
injuries. There were a lot of injuries, especially from a pitching standpoint. Mo Baller not being allowed to bat against lefties, although that seems to be changing, which is the result of us bitching about it. And you're welcome. The training staff. Yeah, we've been bitching about that for years. Amaya not being a fat fuck. The fact they only give out 10,000 bobbleheads. They're giving out 10,000 bobbleheads on Saturday, Michael. Did you know that? You better get in there early if you want one.
No, that'll never happen. I will not be there early to get a fucking bobblehead. I do not give a shit. I will be sitting at fucking Wrigley'sville Dogs getting fat myself. I'm going to roll in there, fat fucking it.
Well, that's the next one. Fat fucks. We're going to bitch about that. Steel setback. Cubs in last. They're no longer last. We can get rid of that one. Second Tommy John surgeries. Bregman being the new clerk. Cubs training staff in there twice. That seems like we should leave it in there twice.
Yeah, I feel like Bregman being the new clerk. I think that's going away.
You think that's done?
Yeah, I think
he's good now. Yeah, thank all from being on our list of grievances. They look at this stuff and they're like, "Oh man, the fans, they know we suck."
They have WRC plus, they have XWOBA, they have all these different fucking amazing stats, and then they're like, oh shit, we're on the bitch clock. Let's just fucking get better.
Pull up. Guys who don't own a belt, that stays on there. No Homer celebration. Bregman's glove, kind of agree with that one a little bit. Like it's Hap playing well enough to extend. Right field in general. Kyle Farnsworth, $18 Wrigley beers, no free season ticket holder marquee, and Ricketts money going to ice.
Wow.
Yep. So why don't I just go ahead and spin this sucker, and we could just I'll just take it.
Oh, before we know it, take it, Danny.
And here we go. It is $18.
Oh
Wrigley.
my God. I thought you were going to get Kyle Farnsworth. I'm like, what take does he have on the Kyle Farnsworth?
I have no idea what it would have been. But
that's the spot on the wheel all of us dread. We're just like, what the fuck?
What
like Kyle Farnsworth.
Well, here's me on $18 Wrigley beer.
Clock, you have 30 seconds to bitch.
10 years ago, when I was still drinking and I watched the Cubs win the World Series, you know how much beers were? They're about $8, okay? $8 a beer. Now they are $18. Like, this is the shit, like when your grandma would be like, a loaf of bread was 10 cents. You'd be like, whatever, grandma. I'm sure nothing was 10%. You probably ate shitty bread. No, it used to be 10 cents. Now it's $2. Like, that's the bullshit they're doing to us all the time. And Ricketts is a capitalist pig.
Stop your bitching.
After that World Series, the Cubs were rolling in money. They just taking money in left and right. It was just pouring in. And yet they raised beer prices $1 every single fucking year.
Every year. Did I get extra money from my work? No. Most people didn't. You know what I mean? Most people got to go and beg their boss and they're like, listen, everything is 20% more. Could I please get $5 more? And they're like, we'll think about it. Like, that's how the real world works. You know what I mean? Unless you're in a union and you're getting that automatic shit. But most people don't. You know, you got to go usually have to change your job to try to get any more money. That's usually how it's done. Anyway,
most people in this world are fucking out there getting 50 cents a year raise. Some bullshit like that, which is fucking way too low. But if you're still stuck at the job, 50 cents is what you get. And the Ricketts are raising $1 per fucking beer. Yeah. It's insane.
Like over 10% per year just for a fucking beer. It's ridiculous.
2 hours of your paycheck raise, and that's just the increase in beers.
Yeah, it's absolutely asinine. And that money's not even going to the vendors because they screw them too. They're trying to cut them out of it.
And I mean, they screw them just by it being $18. It's like, I want to tip them, but fuck, dude, it's $18.
18. Well, and no, it is absolutely out of hand. I think at some point they've got to cut into demand.
I almost feel like the next time anybody, I'm going to put this out there. Anybody who's listening to Sun Ranto Show right now, next time you go to Wrigley Field, just give the vendors $2. Don't fucking buy a beer. Just give them $2. Just be like, look, I can't afford a fucking beer, but here's the tip I would have given you if I had bought a beer.
Seriously, I'm gonna do that. They probably won't even take it. Like, why is this man giving me $2? What does he want from me? Is really what they would think.
And you're like, can I show you a video of when I was in Little League?
A fat fuck. All right, here you go. You get second Tommy John surgeries.
Oh, okay.
Remove from the bitch clock list. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Put you in the bitch clock chair.
This shit's tough, man. When you get shit, you have no idea what's coming.
All right, here you go. Why can't we hear it?
Bitch clock, you have 30 seconds to bitch.
Here's the thing. For so many years, the Cubs have been doing the Tommy John special. Theo, Jed, everybody's like, oh, they got a Tommy John? Fuck. Let's start looking at them for our pitching staff. They love the Tommy John. But this world is about what have you done for me lately? We need to find the new inequality. It's the second Tommy John, baby. Get you a second Tommy John and get on the Cubs.
Stop your bitching.
I mean, it really is true.
I fucking nailed the time too. You did too.
We're getting better.
Both of us. This is like the first time I think we've ever done it at the same time. It might be the first time I've ever nailed the time.
All right. I'm saying we do a twofer.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Fuck,
It's
I don't
fun.
care.
So here we go. I'm giving it a spin. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, only the wheel of grievances knows. Guys who don't own a belt. I'll take this one.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm fucking lost on this one. I'm like, wait, they're not martial artists?
Here we go.
Bitch clock, you have 30 seconds to bitch.
All right, as much as I love the rally crack and the fact that we've been able to win many a baseball game because fat dudes had their pants fall down at a ball game while trying to retrieve a baseball, you know, here's my least favorite thing about guys who don't own a belt. Guys that don't own a belt and tuck in their shirts, okay?
10 seconds.
Now, that's one way for me not seeing your crack, but you need that dividing sort of line in order to know where your top half starts and your bottom half ends.
Stop
Otherwise,
your
I'm just confused.
bitching.
I don't know. I went a little random at the end there. I was going one place. I ended up going another. I give me like a 6.
I'm with you though. I'm with you. You see these guys, and generally, look, they're generally younger, and they're rolling down the street, and they're feeling good. They're like, I look dope, and you're like, dude, I can't tell where your ass ends and your shoulder blades start because you don't have a fucking belt.
Yeah, exactly. It defines a man.
It at least defines the top and bottom half of a man.
Of you, yeah. We need it. So, all right, you're doing another one too.
Let's do it. Fucking no Farnsworth.
Oh, this is good. Hap playing well enough to extend.
Oh my God. Okay.
That's good. All right. Are you ready?
I guess.
Bitch clock, you have 30 seconds to bitch.
Here's the thing. There's a lot of fucking Hap hate out there. Everybody knows that like Hap sucks. That's all not true. Hap's actually a very good player. He is a little bit above average. That's been Hap his whole life, his whole career. He's a little bit above average. We all actually do love him. What we don't love is that the Cubs will not let anyone else play left field at all. And he cannot play well enough
Stop your bitching.
to get an extension because at some point we have to be able to put another fucking bad defensive player in left field.
Right. And it would be weird to just be like, okay, bro, you got to play a little second. You're going to have to play some center. You're going to like, we're going to need, and I don't know why he would ever play center field. Like, it makes no sense. You got PCA for, you're going to make him play right? No, probably not. Like, you're just going to stick him out there and left. You got the DH. Maybe he ages into that, but probably not. Like, he's just going to be out there throwing freaking, but by the time he's done on the Cubs, he'll be throwing $500 to Bleacher Jeff for the $40 beers they sell, which they already sell, by the way, in those giant baseball bats. Those are $40,
which are insane. But yeah, here's the thing about the whole Hap thing. Like, you could move him to center and to right, and you could move things around. I mean, there are opportunities for that, but they don't want to. But they don't want to do that. Like, they just don't. Like, of all the players on the Cubs' current roster, and probably for the last 5 years, he's the only player that has really played left field. like no one else. Like they go into off seasons. We need bats. We need new players. We need different things. And they're like, don't even fucking look at left field.
Left field,
And that's the problem.
That's the problem. Yeah.
It's not about Hap at all. It's just about the way that they treat him being the ultimate left fielder that's ever lived. It's insane. And he is good. He's good. I like Ian Happ other than the way that they use him. And I will say,
be sad when Ian Happ's not on the team. Like I'll be sad to see Happ go. And it might be after this year. This might be it for him. Like and I don't. If he still has the stick, if he's still this great player and he is a great player. Like he's a above average good player.
Yeah, he's above average. He doesn't hit the great level.
He might hit 30 dongs one year. Like it might be this year. And then what do you do? What do you do? Then that's the kind of the production you're looking for out of a left field DH type, and he gives you the defense. So like, then you're like, okay, well, he's in good physical condition. He's like, doesn't get hurt ever. Like you're looking at some of that stuff and you're like, when you see what else could happen, you're like, maybe I do want Ian Happ, like it might be one of those things. It's like, oh, I wish we could get him off the team. And then as soon as he's off the team, we're like, no, we need Ian Happ back. He was the key to it all.
No, you are 100% right. That could absolutely happen. It could be a problem when he's gone. But here's the thing. You just said you'll be sad when he's gone. I won't be sad. I won't be sad when he's gone. I will be happy when he comes back, right? When he comes back to, if he's on another team or the Cubs just bring him back for something, I will absolutely cheer him. And the fact that I don't want him on this team, again, has nothing to do with them.
Well,
if they would use him differently, like if he signed a contract,
you know what they're going to do,
knowing that they would use him differently and sit him sometimes and let a guy like Alcantara, I don't know, fucking just, work in and out with Hap.
Do you think Kevin Alcantara is ever going to play on the Cubs? You're
exactly.
He's getting traded for a mid-level reliever or a 5-starter.
See, and that's the thing. That's why I won't be sad if Hap leaves, because I'll get to see Alcantara. Now, you may be right. Alcantara could suck. He could be the worst goddamn left fielder we've ever seen. He could fucking
I don't
suck.
think that's true. But
and
you know what they're going to do?
We'll hate it. And we'll want Hap back. But I want to know. I just want to fucking know.
Matt Shaw's going out there. They love the kid.
Yeah.
They love him. He's a little mega twerp, and he's gonna go out there. He'll be the left fielder. He's the new Ian Happ. He reminds me of Ian Happ, like a guy that athletic. He looks like Ian Happ, for God's sakes.
Oh yeah,
like, literally in the face. They're the same guy.
Yeah, and I mean you're totally right, and that actually does make sense, right? As long as Ian Happ's in left field, they're just going to move Shaw around and find spots for him until they can put him there.
They could switch him.
Yeah, but then you said on the bitch clock, Bregman's glove. Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Bregman is good at third, and we've heard he's great at third, but I have not seen it. You know what I did see? I saw Matt Shaw last year fucking really good at third base.
Yeah, and
was
that's what I'm saying.
really
Like,
good.
well, Shaw might have talented his way into the chorus, sort of thing. It's like, hey, we need you to do a lot of things, so you're so good that we have to use you in all these different ways. But what's impressive is that he is playing all these different positions, and he's hitting quite well especially for a young kid. Like, he's adjusted well. And as much as I would love to hate Matt Shaw, just because of his freaking youth pastorness, I just think that's him being a stupid kid. And then I make fun of him on TikTok and on Twitter and everybody else at me, and I have fun doing that too.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, well, what are you gonna do when he hits a home run? I'm like, cheer that the Cubs won. I don't know. Like,
yeah,
it drives him nuts. So you can't cheer and hate him. I'm like, oh, watch me. Watch me.
You obviously don't know us.
I do whatever the fuck I want.
But here's the thing too, is like last year, and maybe even the year before, I don't know, but last year I was definitely like on the Matt Shaw train. I'm like, dude, This is your guy. Don't go after Bregman. Do not go after Bregman. We have Mashaw. He can do it. And then he comes out early in the season, plays pretty well, then hits a dip, does badly, but then he comes back and he plays really well again.
After the All-Star break, yeah.
Yeah, and then we hit the trade deadline. And I honestly, and this is before the toilet paper bullshit, I was the biggest Mashaw fan out there. I was just like, nope, you got it. Like, he's the fucking guy. He's your third baseman. Build around him at third base forever. Do it.
The new Ron Santo.
And then they're like, oh, but we might be able to get Cabrera. And I'm like, trade Matt Shaw. Trade his ass right now because a third baseman will never be as important as a fucking pitcher. And they didn't do it.
Well, they traded Casey.
This year, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just wouldn't do it. And you see how that's working out for them. And now we have.
And they got Bregman and took away Matt Shaw's position.
Exactly. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And so I hate Shaw as a human right at this moment.
And how the Cubs use him.
Right. But he's a good fucking player. He is a good player. And, so it's frustrating, but he would be a better player if he was at third base every day.
Every day. I agree.
Personally think.
Yeah, no, he looks a little lost out there. Johnny Onomatopoeia here in the chat says, talented his way into the chorus. Is that a Rent concept? Kind of. Do you know who said that for the first time I ever heard that?
You?
No.
You're like, I'm just so talented. You want me in the chorus. Is that what you told the director of Rent?
Yeah, no, it is a quote from Carol Burnett. Actually, I was friends with Carol Burnett's daughter, Carrie Hamilton, who died from cancer very young and in the 90s. Like, it was kind of shocking because she was so young. And anyway, Carrie told me that because I was getting frustrated as a young actor who wanted everything to be the best at all times. And I was the young hotshot and shit. And I was like, and I was playing all these roles. I played like 6 roles in the cast of Rent. And I'm like, they never really are going to consider me for the lead because they think I'm young or da-da-da. And she's like, well, I'm like, I can do this. I can do that. She's like, watch it. You're going to talent your way into the chorus. That's what my mom said. Because Carrie had the same problem. So her and I were good friends. And unfortunately, she's no longer with us. But those words I always remembered. And they're Carol Burnett's words, her mom. So,
and
anyway,
Carol Burnett
that came from.
Carol Burnett is still alive.
And she's still alive, yeah.
And still absolutely kicking ass.
Yeah, and I'm friends with her daughter, Jody, that Carrie's sister, and she's does a podcast and she was on the Stephanie Miller Show, which if you listen to Left Wing Radio, which there's not a lot of, but she was on that show for years as a guest, talking politics, and she's a very cool person. So look up Jody Hamilton. She's an awesome person. Her husband's in like a kick-ass rock band. Like, he looks like he's straight out from the 80s. He looks like Nikki Sixx. Like, I've met him, like, even just hanging around the house. Like, we go over to their house and like he'll come in with like these like tiny pants on, looking like he's on heroin. But he's like sober guy, but
and you know what he has every time? A belt. Now that belt,
he might not have a belt.
That belt loops way down by his knee, but he's wearing a fucking belt.
He's got suspenders hanging down. Like, he's one of those.
Nice.
He's a cool looking dude, but he plays the role of 80s rocker real well, and LA 80s rocker specifically, which is its own thing.
Yeah,
New York is a little smellier. So I do have a few announcements, which is Bleacher Bum Band on Saturday. Everybody come out, Output Loud. It's free right after the game. I want to wish happy birthday to this week's birthdays, and that is Mallory Finneran, Corey's daughter. She's getting probably old now.
Oh, my God. She's probably in fucking college.
Remember Liam Irvin, the blind umpire?
Yes.
I gotta hang out with him. I haven't talked to him for a while. He moved away, and I haven't talked to him in a little bit. His birthday. Crawley's daughter, Alyssa, she's going to college next year. She has a little
Good
kid in this
Lord.
picture on the calendar. Her
We're so
birthday
old.
is this week. Kerry Wood's 20 strikeout game is this week. Miguel Esparza is next Thursday. So
nice.
Yeah. And Dorothy is the following day, but we'll get into that. And then I'm coming up, unfortunately, getting old.
Yeah,
getting old.
Here's the thing, though, that Kerry Wood 20 strikeout game, I'm done with it. I'm sorry, I'm done with it. I'm as done with that as I am with the fucking Rick Monday flag. Just
that I'm done with. Yeah,
we don't ever need to fucking talk about these things again. And that's not really true with the Kerry Wood 20 strikeout game. I do want to celebrate that game again, just not this year, not next year. Give me about 5 years and then fucking bring that up again, because
the 30th anniversary or whatever it would be. What year
God.
was it? 98?
Yeah, it was 98. It was his rookie year. And
it's not even, it's like the 28th anniversary or something. Yeah.
Every single year they talk about it. Every goddamn year. And it's like
a special game, and Kerry's still around, so I kind of get it, but yeah, I agree. I'm like, all right, yeah, here's the K's they held, and they still exist, and like Crawley has one.
Yeah, it's wow, really?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. No, but it's just too much. They've just done too much with it, right? Like, you don't have to hit it every single damn year. Just give us a little room to let it breathe. And
Kerry, what do we celebrate him for besides that, though?
No, because
he's around.
We not talked about the fucking 2016 Cubs this 10 years as much as we've talked about fucking Kerry. And when I say we, I mean the broadcast. The broadcast has not talked about the 2016 Cubs nearly as much as they've talked about the fucking Kerry Wood 20 strikeout game in the last 10 years.
So, so those are the birthdays. I want to shout out to Lawrence, Rogue Wave Creative. He's had some health issues recently. So he's had a few surgeries and got another one coming up. So we just wish him the best.
Yeah, and he was in the chat here today.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still here, but just shout out to him. And everybody be nice to him. He's sick. So, and I also already mentioned how Ranto Fest is kind of fucked. So we're all just going to show up and crash Crawley's birthday party and celebrate the 2016 Cubs. Details to come. I mean, we'll just get together at some bar and hang out and then go to Ball Corner or get tickets or whatever the hell you want to do. Either way, it's an opportunity to hang out, and it's Crawley's 50th. So it's kind of fun.
I have always said, as you know, it's not about perfection. It's about playing the game to win. And we're going to play to win that weekend. And winning may not be in the game watching or selling tickets or doing anything special, but we're going to get together. We're going to have a good fucking time.
Yeah.
And
the bleacher barbecue is afterwards. So, I mean, I don't know if we're going to throw Ken and Bob a couple of bucks to hang out because we're not bleacher regulars, but, I am, but, not the whole Ranter crew, but because I just feel bad. I'm like, hey guys, and I show up like 20 deep, to be like, where's our burgers? So I don't know. I'll talk to them beforehand, be like, hey, I might be showing up with a few people. We'll know who's coming.
One thing I know about the Ranters, they're all like cool to pitch in. So
yeah,
let them know.
I'm just gonna tell them beforehand that I might need some extra burgers.
Yeah.
So I don't want to just show up with nothing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm singing the anthem with my sister on June 27th in South Bend. So if that's coming up now, so I got to.
Oh, nice. Your sister and you are both doing it today.
Yeah, together.
I don't think I knew that part of it yet.
Yeah. Well, I did. I just confirmed with her, but who I didn't confirm with was Cubstradamus, and he's here anyway.
Chicago's museum is shed, but Cubs fans soon will feel dead. It gets much worse. The season's in a hearse. The Cubs will get swept by the Reds. Ha 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 ha.
I honestly didn't know what to think about. Like, it zoomed in, and I was like, this is good because I can't see under his robe anymore.
Yeah, I was thankful for that. Yeah.
Right. But then I was like, I can see what's in his teeth.
And I think he was using a hot dog as a straw. Like, he has found new lows even for him.
Yeah,
so
it was rough.
I only have one TFC tonight. How about you?
I have one.
Okay, good. That's really what we should keep it to, because there really always is a clear winner. We should edit these down. We never need to like fill time, for example.
That's
but
true.
my TFC is rather long. So you want to go first or second?
Mine is pretty short.
Okay, all right.
Mine's really short.
So go first.
So Danny posted earlier, Justin Steele's, I guess, was that on Twitter? Like where did he post that?
Posted on Twitter.
Posted on Twitter, and he had this long like
praise Jesus, I'm hurt
thing about Jesus, and and I'm on Reddit and I see it, and then I start going through the Reddit comments, of course, because there's going to be gold, and I found this. This is one of like the old school these fucking cubes. This is one that like just pedantic bullshit. And here it is. Magic Rat says that's an incorrect use of the semicolon, Justin. Because if you put that up, it goes semicolon. And then he goes into the rest of his bullshit. And so this dude's like immediately like, dude, you used semicolon wrong. And that is the kind of shit that really makes me laugh.
Here's mine. This has to do with Trevor Bauer. This was on Facebook, which is always a great place for cubes.
Good Lord, it's long.
So Brad Temple said, to all of the haters over the past 2 years that have called me out, told me I was stupid, or told me that the guy was washed up, I will still stand on my words. 2 years ago, I said the Cubs should sign Trevor Bauer. Just a few days ago, multiple people in this group told me Bauer was washed up. The only thing Trevor Bauer, spelled B-O-W-E-R, Bauer, is blackballed from the major league, spelled black B-A-L-D.
As if he's lost his hair and tarred his head.
That guy just threw a no-hitter. In honor of Bart Simpson, all of you haters can eat my shorts. I will repeat what I've said for 2 years now. Trevor Bauer would sign a contract for league minimum and probably be agreed to be the water boy on his off days. He would play any position they told him to play. I don't want to hear anything about how he assaulted women. All of that has been proven untrue. I don't want to hear about the Cubs having high moral standards. Google what Reese McGuire did in a Walmart parking lot. Sign Bauer. No.
Fuck this dude.
Okay.
First off, Reese McGuire, he only embarrassed himself.
Yes.
First off. Second, they say this fucker is like saying like, oh, he was like, they said that he didn't do anything to women. That's not what happened. That's not what the fucking legal system does. What they said was that they couldn't determine whether or not it was consensual or not, right? So they couldn't like convict him on that. And that was the fucking thing.
It's called Trevor Bauer's got good freaking lawyers.
Right.
That's all it's called. Everybody else is sitting in a freaking prison cell for years.
And regardless of whether or not he got off on that, like he fucking was a dick to these fucking women and horrible to them.
MLB wants nothing to do with them. They put up with dicks all the fucking time. The league is full of catchers calling our catcher a fat fuck, for example. Like, these are not good people, Not some of them are absolutely terrible. A lot of them are criminals, and there's ones we don't even know about that don't even get caught. You only know about the ones that get caught.
The MLB fucking knows though, and they let him play.
And they know that Trevor Bauer is a piece of shit, and they want nothing to do with him. If he, no matter how he could go out there and pitch no hitters all day long, they don't give a shit. They don't want him on a team because they don't like him. And there's a reason they don't like him, and it's probably because he did everything that they said he did. That's probably why. And MLB knows. They're like, we don't want that guy on the team, and we don't want to put him in a clubhouse with anybody else, which is the same reason why I don't fucking hang out with Mega anymore. Because, fuck you guys,
Yeah. And the final thing is, Yeah, he fucking threw a no-hitter. Great. I could fucking throw a no-hitter against little leaguers, and that's the difference. That's the level of my ability to a little leaguer and his ability to whatever fucking independent league he was on.
I actually don't think you can throw a no-hitter against little leaguers. I don't think you can do it. I want to see it. I want to see you try.
I coached little leaguers for like 8 years. 100%. No. I'll fucking throw one in. I'll throw one high inside on them.
Oh, yeah, they'll just
and
cry.
Every other one of them just fucking straight over the plate, but they're standing in the dugout trying to swing at that bitch. I am winning that game. No hitter, baby.
So, all right. Well, let's give away a chance postcard that I'll never send, shall we? I swear this time I'll really do it.
Is this the new thing? You're going to win a postcard you'll never get?
Yeah. It's like more of a metaphysical idea of a postcard.
If you come to Wrigleyville and meet us and hang out with us, we'll get you some sort of a card.
Well, what I should do is just like walk around with the chance postcards in a pen, and when I see the people that have won, I'll just write something off to them real quick and hand it to them. Save the 70 cents for the stamp. So hashtag chance in the chat. It's your last chance to get into the chance. And here we go. We're drawing one. I see Dominic in there.
Johnny says 43 walks. Don't swing, kids. that might be true. That might be, still no hitter.
Joey Waltz won, so I can deliver it in person this weekend because I think he's coming down for the concert.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Get to see Joey, hang out for a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll make a TikTok video.
Yeah, do it. Make a TikTok.
We'll make a TikTok
like
video.
A couple of teenage girls.
Right. We'll make a TikTok video and Joey will just replace whatever I do with AI bullshit. And it'll be like, nobody wanted to see that.
Yeah. And don't worry, you'll go viral someday, but for all the wrong reasons. All right. Well, that's the show. Thanks for sticking with us. We did make it over 2 hours tonight, but
shout out to Yumper. He loves those 2-hour shows. And he's going to be in Arizona trying to take his mind off of the hell that he's living in while he's there. So this is going to be a little slice of heaven for him.
Something to listen to on the way there and back from hell. I'm going to play the Lee Elia Familia, which is all of us doing the Lee Elia rants, the classic. It's the classic. All the ranters are represented. How many D's in that word?
Yeah, this is such a wonderful video, and I will say, you would not think that this would tug at the heartstrings, but it 100% does, because I see so many people that we don't see all the time anymore. Right. Some of them, I wonder, like, are they just not around me, or are they just not around Earth? Like, I worry sometimes.
Yeah. So one of these days, we're all going to be dead. So, well, we're here. Let's listen
sooner rather than later for some of us. Like, yeah. I'm well on my way.
I'm more than halfway through. Here we go. Lee Elia Familia.
I'll tell you one fucking thing. I hope we get fucking hotter than shit just to stuff it up in 3,000 fucking people that show up every fucking day.
Because if they're the real Chicago fucking fans, they can kiss my fucking ass right downtown and print it.
They're really, really behind you around here. My fucking ass.
What the fuck am I supposed to do? Go out there and let my fucking players get destroyed every day and be quiet about it?
For the fucking nickel and dime people that show up?
The motherfuckers don't even work. That's why they're out at the fucking game.
They ought to go out and get a fucking job and find out what it's like to go out and earn a fucking living.
85% of the fucking world's working. The other 15 come out here.
A fucking playground for the cocksuckers. Rip them motherfuckers.
Rip them fucking cocksuckers like the fucking players.
Now we got guys busting their fucking ass and then fucking people boo.
And that's the Cubs?
My fucking ass.
They talk about the great fucking support the players get around here.
I haven't seen it this fucking year.
The name of the game is hit the ball, catch the ball, and get the fucking job done.
Right now,
We have more losses than we have wins.
The fucking changes that have happened in the Cub organization are multifold.
All right, they don't show because we're 5-14.
And unfortunately, that's the criteria of them dumb 15 motherfucking percent that come out to day baseball.
The other 85% are earning a living.
It'll take more than a 5-13 or a 5-14 to destroy the makeup of this club.
I guarantee you that.
There's some fucking pros out there that want to fucking play this game.
But you're stuck in a fucking stigma of the fucking Dodgers and the Phillies and the Cardinals and all that cheap shit.
And all these motherfucking editorials about say.
And fuck the Philly-itis and all that shit. It's sickening.
Unbelievable. It really is.
This is a disheartening fucking situation we're in right now.
5-14 doesn't negate all the work.
We got 143 fucking games left.
What I'm trying to say is, don't rip them fucking guys out there.
Rip me!
If you want to rip somebody, rip my fucking ass.
But don't rip them fucking guys, because they're giving everything they can give.
And once we hit that fucking groove, it'll flow.
And it will flow. The talent's there.
I don't know how to make it any clearer to you.
I'm frustrated. I guarantee you I'm frustrated.
It'd be different if I walked in this room at 8:30, saw a bunch of guys that didn't give a shit.
They give a shit. And it's a tough National League East.
It's a tough National League, period.